Welcome to 2024, everyone, and as is tradition on my channel, I am going to be doing my 2024 luxury wish list. Now, some years I do better at following this wish list than I do in others, but this year I'm really going to try to stick to it as I have put things into categories and given myself enough leeway that as things come up in the year, they can definitely be added on or they can fit within some of the categories and some of the items that I am already looking for. So with that, let's get into this wish list, starting with handbags, which is by far the thing with the most items on my list this year. And I have 3 categories of bags this year, and I would like to limit myself to only getting one of these bags from each category throughout the year. And the first of those categories is going to be from YSL. There are 2 bags that I'm thinking about. One is relatively specific, one is relatively open. And the first bag on my list is the small Le 5 bag in the light musk color. I think that this is a beautiful neutral. I really like it. I am open to other colors in it, but I really just like this style. It's very different from a lot of the styles in my collection in that it is more of an open bucket bag style, but I do have a Strathberry bag similar in shape, but instead of being a shoulder bag, it's a top handle, and I've really enjoyed that bag this year. I also don't really have any true shoulder bags in my closet, so I think that this would be a really good one to add that would really work with my style, but also be very functional as well because it's a slightly larger handbag than some of my others. But a bag that could definitely bump this one off the list, particularly if I try it on and am not overly in love with it, is that I have now gotten the bug for exotics, and I really appreciate YSL's exotics, in part because for exotics, they're very reasonably priced. And one of the things that I would love to add this year is a purple ostrich bag. Now, I'm not set on bag style. I'm very open to that, but I definitely would like something that is in sort of like a very bright royal purple, but that has gold hardware. I definitely do want gold hardware on the bag this time. My other YSL bags have silver hardware on them, so that would be something that's a little bit different for my collection as well. And I don't have any purple bags, but I feel like that purple would work really well with a lot of the colors that I typically wear. Now, of course, one of my favorite brands to buy from is Strathberry, and I purchased quite a few Strathberry bags last year. They were not at all intended, and most of them worked really well for me. One did not, but there are 2 bags that I'm really looking at this year from Strathberry, and I actually do have some store credit there, so that will help with purchasing one of these. But the 2 bags that I am between is the mini mosaic bag that they launched in the vanilla color, which is actually the bag that Kate Middleton carried to her Carol service this year. But they have a new bag that's getting ready to launch that is their gold lizard finish, and I'm really looking at their wallet on chain style in it. I don't actually have a wallet on chain, and I just really like this gold lizard. I think it's really fun. I think it's really different. I think it is absolutely incredibly striking, and I don't have any metallics in my collection, and since I've been wearing a lot more gold, I feel like that this would be a really good one to add in. But also the mini mosaic, I don't have anything that's white other than my very large Neverfull. So having a white bag would also be something that, again, adds something different into my collection. However, like I mentioned, there are 3 categories of bags, and I would love to get one of these bags that is a pre-loved bag this year. The first of which is a Chanel wallet on chain in a sort of medium to dark gray with gold hardware. And I definitely want to go pre-loved on this because I'm just not paying over $3,000 for a wallet on chain. And I know that with price increases, I'm probably going to be hard pressed to manage this, but I definitely want to stay under $2,500. Ideally, I would want to stay under $2,000 for this bag. Now, if I were to get an exotic from YSL, that probably would knock this one off the list, but I do think that it would be really functional for me. And so it's definitely something that is very up there that I'm keeping my eye out for if one comes available. Another thing that I'm keeping my eye out for is something that is very special and unique, and that is a really just interesting Lady Dior that I absolutely fall in love with. My Lady Dior is one of my favorite bags in my collection, and it is one of the the most beautiful bags, and I absolutely love the Lady Dior style. I know that a lot of people think it's finicky, but that actually really doesn't bother me. I am perfectly content carrying that bag. I love carrying that bag, be it with the crossbody shoulder strap or just carrying it top handle. And so because of that, I definitely want to actually at some point have a whole collection of Lady Dior's throughout my life. And so if one happens to come available that just steals my heart away this year, I am definitely absolutely open to adding another of that to give myself 2 Lady Dior's and start to form that collection a bit more securely. Who knows, maybe a purple ostrich would even come up in a Lady Dior at a very affordable price, and I could jump on that. Now, the final of the pre-love bags that I'm highly considering comes from Louis Vuitton, and it is from their Suwana collection. Now, this collection is made of kangaroo leather, and it is their Trotter messenger bag in the Marin color. Meredith has this bag, and I absolutely love it. I'm keeping my eyes out for one, but I want one in excellent condition, which can be hard to find, so I'm looking at around $1,000 price point for this bag. But this is definitely something that I would love to add this year because it's a very, very casual bag. And a lot of my bags tend to lean a bit more dressy and prim and proper. And this bag gives me very into Devil Wears Prada Andy vibes, and I just really, really like it. It's a beautiful sort of chocolatey brown color that would work, again, really well with things that I wear, particularly I think in fall and winter. So this is definitely another bag that is up there on the list. Now, after bags, we are going to have shoes, and there's some shoes that I'm definitely determined to get this year. There's a pair that has been on my list, I feel like for a couple of years now, and that is the Christian Louboutin Kate 85 slingbacks in the black patent leather. Initially, I wanted them in black suede. That changed to black patent leather about halfway through 2023, and I'm definitely dead set on getting those shoes because I do need some heels that are not quite as high. However, just because I need some heels that are not quite as high doesn't mean that I don't want some super high heels as well. So the other pair of shoes that is on my list for this year is going to be the YSL, I believe it's pronounced Autril booties. These are gorgeous black leather booties with this incredible gold heel on them. I love these boots. They are amazing, they are gorgeous, and they are actually really, really comfortable. At our YSL VIP appointment that we had back in November, I tried these on with so many different looks, and I was probably wearing them for a good 2 hours while we were in the appointment. I loved them. I don't know why I didn't buy them. They were incredible, but I absolutely loved those shoes, and so they are definitely on the list for this year, and I would not be surprised if 1 or 2 of those shows up relatively quickly within the year. Now, clothing. I have 3 things that are on my list so far, but that doesn't mean that more won't be added. The first 2 are a couple of coats. Number 1 is from Ralph Lauren, and it is their goat suede bomber jacket. I just think that this jacket looks so cool, so incredible, like very much my vibes, and I'd sort of been wanting a leather jacket in this color, but then when I saw this suede, which I mean is leather, but it's different form of leather. When I saw this suede bomber, like, it is just so cool. I absolutely love it. I am going to be up in New York in a few weeks, and so I am definitely going to be trying this on. And if it fits, there's a chance that it could be coming home, or I might wait until it goes at the end of season sale. But either way, very, very intrigued by this coat. Another coat that I am planning to try while we are up in New York, if I see it, is the Centalier Surrey Alpaca Long Shawl coat in the camel color. I have been looking for a camel coat for a while. I've been wanting to stay under the $1,000 mark, but the ones that I found that I liked really didn't come down to my size to be small enough to fit me. I'm hoping that this one would. I think that it is absolutely stunning and gorgeous and so luxurious. It's definitely more than what I initially wanted to spend, but after spending over a year looking for a coat, finding one that I love that ticks all the boxes is sort of worth spending that little bit of extra to get exactly what it is that I want, since I plan to have this coat for years and years and years to come. Now, the other thing that's on my list is a piece of ready to wear from the YSL Spring Summer 24 collection. I loved this collection when it walked the runway. A lot of people really didn't. They thought it was boring, but to me, the colors were right up my alley. The style was right up my alley. And so I absolutely love this. I absolutely want to add something, whether it's a top, a dress, a jumpsuit, something from this collection needs to be added into my collection, and I am determined to do that. There will be a preview at my store in February, which we'll have a private appointment for to get to try on everything from the collection. So definitely stay tuned for that, as I have a feeling something will be coming home. Now, jewelry. I have 2 pieces of jewelry on my list for this year. The first up is going to be the David Yurman Helena Y necklace. The thing I love about this necklace is, one, the shape. I have nothing that is in this shape, and I'm really definitely missing something in this shape, but also I think that it is extremely beautiful and well crafted. Quite a lot of my crossover pieces go more casual than they do dressy, and so this is a piece that would definitely be able to be more dressed up, whether it be in a professional setting, with a dress for an evening dinner out. I just really think this would work really, really well in my collection, so definitely on the list. The other piece of jewelry is one that I would have to go pre-loved for. Now, I wear my Cartier tank watch every single day, and I love that watch. But sometimes I want something that's a bit beefier, a bit chunkier, and Meredith from Living Lux with Meredith has influenced this one very, very hard, because when she showed her watch collection, I saw this watch and I said, I love this, I need to own this. And it is the Tag Heuer Formula One watch, this one right here. And I just think that's stunning. I love the diamonds on it. I love just the shape of it. I love the look of it. I love the heft of it. And I really appreciate tag watches. My husband wears a tag watch every day. His dad has an incredible, gorgeous, heavy tag watch. And so it's definitely a brand that my family does buy. And I really just, something about this watch speaks to me in a way that a lot of watches don't. So it is definitely on my list for this year. Then a couple of just odds and ends coming in to wrap up this list in the accessories category. First up is going to be from Hermes. I am wanting to get an Hermes belt kit this year, and I do think that I want it to be a black with a tube belt, the 24-inch width, and there are a couple of different belt buckles that I am considering, but I definitely want it to be a silver belt buckle. All of my belts that are my nice luxury belts have gold hardware on it, which is great. And I do enjoy mixing my metals, but sometimes I want my metals to match. And so because of that, I'm looking at this to get a couple of different belts in one. But that being said, I'm also open to other luxury belts as well, as long as they aren't overly shouty luxury. So definitely going to be in the running this year. Even if it's not an Hermes one, I definitely need to have a nice black belt with silver, preferably with another color as well for versatility. And then the final thing on my list is that I'm wanting to add one more pair of sunglasses to my collection. I'm wanting something that is big and showstoppery. I have one pair of black, what I call my Diva sunglasses, and I love them, but I need some extra Diva sunglasses in my wardrobe. So I'm definitely keeping an eye out for a pair that really strikes me in just the right way. So that's something that very open. I don't have a specific item. I just know that I'm looking for a pair of statement sunglasses for this year. And that wraps up my wish list for 2024. I'm obviously not getting everything on this wish list. If I could add just one piece from each of my categories on this wish list, I would be thrilled. Will there be more than one piece added? Yes, but I definitely think that this is probably going to be the majority of unboxings that you'll be seeing this year, and I'm very excited to get to those as we move throughout the year and see this wish list checked off. Let me know down in the comments below what it is that is on your wish list, and if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, as well as hit that red subscribe button down below if you haven't already done so. And best of luck this year in 2024, everyone. Bye!